Hi, I'm Rebecca Reinking and I want to show you how you can have a real high practice session using Play-Doh. Now I'm going to start rolling up some Play-Doh balls because a lot of SLPs love the idea of Play-Doh smash, and that's a really popular idea for using Play-Doh in speech therapy. Now as I'm talking, you're going to be seeing that it's taking quite a while to pick these up, roll these into little teeny tiny balls to then have a child say a target word and then smash them down. So I'm demonstrating this because I want to make a good point. I think you can do a lot more fun stuff with Play-Doh that does not involve typical Play-Doh smash because it takes so long to roll up these balls. So one of the things I actually love to do is to roll a snake, and the kids can push down inside the Play-Doh, so it's still like a Play-Doh smash. They're still smashing Play-Doh together, but it's long like this. So you can just get your finger and have the child say their target word. Let's say it's like sun, sea, snap. So you can do that. Another option, sometimes I might lay like my pictures, whatever they are, on the table. And again, I just make a Play-Doh snake and I'm going to wrap it around the outside, and then the child can see what the target words are and they can still push down and smash that Play-Doh snake. But I'm not sitting here spending 5 minutes rolling little teeny tiny balls. I think just rolling the balls can take up so much therapy time and we don't have a lot of time. So your child could easily go sheep, she, shop, shark, sheep, ship, and you can see, and there is our little snake Play-Doh smash. So that's my first tweak. The second thing, and I'm going to keep this snake out, I've got a lot of things with long snakes. A lot of my kids really enjoy slicing or chopping. So again, I've got my target words in my head, or I might have, like my minimal pair cards next to me, and we'll say the pairs or we'll say our target words. And then after every 2 or 3 opportunities, I might give this to the child and they can sit there, and we call it like chopping or slicing up the Play-Doh. My kids really love this. It's really nice. How big are we going to slice it? So it could be something like gave, and then they slice it, see, and then the child slices again. And then, yeah, you're slicing up all these teeny tiny bits of Play-Doh, and it's hands-on, which is fun for the kids. But because we've got a really, really, really long snake, you can potentially chop up lots of bits of the snake. Like you could get 25 or 30 little pieces of a snake. And that's just, again, like one little activity, but you're getting a lot out of the Play-Doh, and it does not involve you rolling up lots of teeny tiny balls. Another thing that's fun, if you've got hard cards, I'm showing you these are like Bjorn cards. What I mean by hard is that they're like hard physical cards. I like to stick them in the snake. So we'll stick them like this and we'll say them. So if it was the minimal pairs, these are, I think many of these might be unpaired at the moment. I might go to the F and the B. So we might do something like fine, vine, and then we put them both in. You stand them up so they can all stand. We might do fail, veil, and again, we're standing them up in our Play-Doh snake, fan, van, and we're doing that. That's something else that's really fun. So if I just show you that there, you're sticking the cards. And just because I like to extend an activity, sometimes after this, I'll hold up the knife and I'll have the child slice. So we're slicing and we're practicing again. So let's slice that one, we'll say it. Let's slice fine. We're going to slice that one. What's next? Vine. I like how you made those sound different if you're using minimal pairs. What are we going to slice up? Let's slice fail and veil, and let's slice off fan and van. So you can see how just by tweaking your Play-Doh ever so slightly, kids can have a lot of fun with Play-Doh, but our focus is on high speech practice. Here is my next one. I'm going to roll this all up again. A lot of speech pathologists have mini figurines or like mini little pieces. So I would usually get out a roller and say, let's make a pie, or let's make a picture, let's make a yucky pizza. Is it going to be yummy or yucky? And I've got a lot of little mini figurines. These here, they're from Speech Tree Co. They're her like articulation little sound boxes. So all of these in here have SH targets. So if I was working on the sh sound, we'd pull these out and we might say it in a sentence like, you know, stick the sheep in the pie. And then we're going to stick it in, and then we do the shark, and we're saying our words, and we're making a little story. You know, the fish got stuck in the pie. Yeah, and we're just saying all of these as we're going through. So we've got like a goldfish, I've got shells, and your child can make a sentence or a story using all of those little mini figurines. And it kind of looks, if you can see, oh, it looks pretty like that. If you don't have like sound loaded figurines, like articulation ones, it's just fun just to get anything that you can stick in Play-Doh. So I've got these little called plus things. So it's just as simple as the child said a word, they said their target sound, and they can stick things in, and you know, you can make a picture if you wanted, you can just make a little pattern. But the idea is that we really want to keep kids' hands busy. So we're practicing, but they're getting something for their practice, and they can make a picture scene, and it keeps my little ones, well, not just little ones, my older ones too, keeps them engaged, and it's kind of creative. So that's a nice little thing that you can do. I'm going to get my roller out because my next idea has to do with stamps. Now, before you think how can you use stamps with Play-Doh, I'm going to show you. Let me roll this out. I've got a lot of little stamp pieces in my collection because while it's fun to use ink with stamps, it's actually really fun to stamp into Play-Doh. So here we go. I've got a little box, and you can see there, we've got a house there, and that's the stamp. So often, because I've got this set and there are about maybe 20, yeah, there's about 25 little pieces here, that for me represents 25 practice trials. And if I'm aiming to get approximately 100 in my session, that's like a quarter of my session done. So again, we're saying our target word, and then we're pulling out one of these and we're stamping them in. And if I hold that up, you can see that when you use stamps in Play-Doh, if you don't smush it too hard, it makes an imprint of the picture. So that is another really, really fun way that I use Play-Doh. I just repurpose my stamps. Last little trick is I got this little set, and they're little hats and boots and arms and legs, and you can actually make like a really fun Play-Doh monster. So yeah, it's something I found at one of my toy stores. And so I will have the child, you know, like again, say their target word, and then we'll pick out something and we will start to build the monster. So I might say, let's do that word 5 times, and then you can choose, you know, which hat you want to wear, and I've got my hats laid out. So whatever the words are, we say that, and then the child gets to pick it up, then they make the hat, and then we keep on going. We're going to add our eyeballs, we're going to add our lips, we're going to add, I'm seeing what I can add here. We're going to add a funny little mouth, and as we're going along, the child is building a monster. And it's just something nice, keeps little hands busy, keeps my kids engaged. And a lot of my kids love Play-Doh, and we're building these funny little monsters after they say their target word, you know, 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, whatever your child's able to do. So I hope you've loved all those different Play-Doh ideas. I'm sure there's more, and I can keep making up more. I guess the key is Play-Doh is really, really fun. It's really calming and soothing for kids, but for a speech pathologist, rolling up Play-Doh into little teeny tiny balls takes a lot of time. I know it's very popular, but I just think there's so many more alternatives that you can use that put the focus on speech practice while still having fun with Play-Doh. So I hope you've liked that one. Like this video, and please subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other really simple therapy essential or therapy toy or activity that is in your cupboards that you want me to make another video on, because I really love the challenge.